Hey, thanks for joining me. First of all, have you worked hard all of your life and really have nothing to show for it? It doesn't even matter how old you are, man. You might be 50 years old, you might be 60 years old, you might be above that. Heck, you might even be just down with the young ones. They're around 40, you know. But you know what? You've worked really hard, but you say, hey, where am I at today? You know, I have really nothing to show for it. Maybe some of you are paying on a mortgage to your house, and so you have a little bit to show for it, you know, depending what the house value is and that type of a thing. Maybe you know, I don't know, you might still be paying on a car. You might be trying to put kids through college still, that type of thing. I don't know where you're at. But you know, my question was this, you know, wherever you're at today, 40, 50, 60, 70, do you have anything to show for it at all? Man, if you don't, man, I know exactly where you're coming from. I was self-employed all of my life, and you know, I worked in various fields the whole time, and you know, had a great time doing it. Was able to minister to people at one point in my life. Been a contractor, insurance claims adjuster, a photographer. I mean, I've done a lot of different things, but I've been self-employed through the whole time. I was never able to build up anything for retirement. I always thought retirement was, man, so far down the road that I really didn't worry about it. There was a time early in my life, early in our married life, that my wife and I took out an IRA, and we started to actually put money aside and so forth for a couple years. And then I think, if I remember right, I think we had bought a house at the time, and we wanted to upgrade the house or make some improvements to the house. So I think we cashed the IRA in. And ever since then, we've never set anything aside for retirement. I've probably been right in your shoes right now. At no matter what age you are, in my stage in my life, you know, it seems like, man, you worked hard all the time just to kind of make ends meet, you know, to pay the bills, and you try to work a little extra so you could, you know, take your family on vacation. Those type of things. And now, you know, several years later, that time has crept up on me. That time that I thought would never be here. But you know, I'm looking retirement straight in the eyes in just a few years. And actually, it doesn't really even matter how old you are, whether you're approaching that retirement or not. But do you want to still keep trading your hours in a day for $1? You know, you still want to keep working for $15 an hour, $25 an hour, whatever it is. Are you still willing to trade your time for dollars? It was about 2 years ago when I finally said, man, I don't know if I still want to keep climbing up on these roofs. I don't know if I want to still having to carry these heavy ladders around. I don't know if I want to keep having to travel all the way across the country, and I'm missing out on birthdays and celebrations and church and softball games and all that kind of stuff. Man, I need a change of pace. I need to do something different. I know a little bit about people who've made money online and so forth, and you know, I kind of thought, it's kind of a scammy business, and actually it might be something that might be real legit, but I really know nothing about it. You know, and you know, here I'm still carrying a flip phone around. That was just a couple years ago. But so I started looking into it though, and you know, you see guys that, you know, are flashing cash around there saying, hey, you could do this, you could work from home, you can make money, you can make lots of money, you get rich quick, you could do all this online, you know, in the comfort of your home, in your pajamas, you know, on vacation, whatever it might be. Live the laptop lifestyle, you know, start doing it. And so it really did start to appeal to me. It really did, because I was still out there climbing on roads, doing my inspections, traveling all across the United States, all that kind of stuff. And so it really had a special appeal to me. And so I thought, you know, I'm going to give it a shot. There's some of this stuff that I could try. You know, I just got back from a long trip from North Carolina, one of the hurricanes they had there a couple years ago, and I thought, man, I'm done. I got to do something different. I got to change my life. I got to change the way I make money. I got to accumulate it faster. I can't just keep trading my hours for dollars, that type of thing. I need something that's going to provide some kind of a residual income, something where I'm not going to have to be clocking in all the time just to earn a buck. I need something that could work for me all the time. Plus, you know, it'd be cool if I could help other people out. And so, I was all excited. I bought into this one big ticket business, several $1,000s. And the guy said, hey, he's one of those guys that was out there counting his cash out, right on the camera and so forth, showing us the $100 bills, that kind of stuff. And ouch, I took it. I bought into it, hook, line, and sinker. And, he was just dangling that right in front of me. I was like this crazy old fish, swimming upstream. And, I took it. And it didn't work. That first step that I took, it didn't work. So I lost a pretty good chunk of change. I'm licking my wounds a little bit thinking, man, that guy burned me. He just took me. But I realized there had to be another way, because I had looked at so many different programs and I actually picked the wrong one. I picked the wrong sponsor at that point. And I thought, I've got to try it again, because I really think that this could work. I really do. It's going to get me off of that ladder. It's going to get me from those long commutes and traveling so far away. It's going to allow me to stay home with my grandchildren, that type of thing. And so I tried another one. And man, I wish I would have tried that second one first, right? Hindsight is always the best. But I found a guy on there that was able to coach me, and he was willing to take the time, show me what would really work and what really works in today's market, what really works as far as with marketing and that kind of thing. And though I didn't really prosper in his program, the education and the time that he gave me and what he taught me and that type of education and everything, it amounted to far more than what I had to pay for his program. So since then, I've been able to recognize, okay, this is a good program, that's not a good program, here's something that I know I could prosper in, that type of thing. And I'm able to see through a lot of this stuff. So experience taught me a lot. It cost me several $1,000s for sure, but the experience really taught me a lot. And the education that this one guy gave me was just invaluable. It really was and is. And it still works today. It's basically evergreen. It's something that does not get old. It's something that I'm able to use today in several different businesses, actually. So you know what? You can teach an old dog new tricks. You really can. That's kind of a famous old saying. But it was something that I was a little afraid at the start, because I thought, man, I don't know if I could really do this or not. I don't know if I could learn kind of a new way to start generating money. Because I was so used to just trading my hours, trading my time for cash. I was so used to doing it that way. And so this new way you can make money online, you can make money from home, that type of stuff, man, it was really foreign. It was intriguing for sure. But then, when I finally stepped into the water and finally had someone that taught me the right way, it was pretty exciting. It's like, man, this is freedom. This is something that is really awesome. I wish I would have learned this 20 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it might be. This morning I had to do some grandpa duties. Two of my kids said, hey, Dad, we need you to kind of watch the kids. We're busy, blah, blah, how that goes. And of course I said, yeah, bring them over. I'm ready for them. And so it just so happened it was a beautiful day in Colorado. The weather's nice. I was able to go outside. I had got my blower out. I blew all the leaves off to the side and had the grass all nice and clean. The kids were out there playing. And, once we had kind of played some baseball, and they had played with some other toys and stuff, pretty soon I'm just sitting there in a chair in the sun, and I'm looking around, and hey, these two little guys, that they're not even 2 years old yet, but they're grabbing handfuls of leaves, throwing them back on the grass. I'm just laughing. I'm just saying, man, I can't believe this. It's awesome. I'm so grateful to be able to be with them at that time to witness some of this kind of stuff. Because if I was working out of state at the time, or working long hours at a job, hey, I wouldn't have time to just enjoy this time of their lives. While they're less than 2 years old, just enjoying them, watching them grow step by step. Some of you guys are out there, you're 30-year-old dads, 40-year-old dads, and you're missing, huge parts of your kid's life because you're having to work so hard just to put food on the table and so forth, just to make ends meet, to pay the mortgage and make the car payment and all that kind of stuff. Man, I feel for you, because I've been there. Some of you are close to my age. Maybe you're 50 or 60 years old, and Your kids might be out of the house and you got grandkids running around every now and then, but you know, you're not able to watch them. You're not able to see that first step, or the first time they could throw a ball, or the first time that they play with a truck or ride a trike or anything like that, because you're having to work. You're just having to invest all your time. You're trading your time for money. And so I would just encourage you right now, you know, if you were like I was, and you're kind of stuck in that situation, I would just encourage you to at least keep looking at some of this stuff, because I tell you what, the time freedom that you can gain is incredible. You know, I really can't tell you how many times it's happened that, you know, I've made money now while I'm sleeping. You know, I'll wake up and I'll have a notification in my inbox that say, hey Jerry, you just sold a $500 product. You just sold a $1,000 product, whatever it might be. The other day we were actually out, had the grandkids out in an amusement park, and you know, I got this email. I just saw it flash over my screen. Hey, you had a power line payment today, $250, $500, whatever it was. But you know, I wasn't having to invest my time to make the money. I had already taken the steps to get my product out there, and then the marketing just kind of took over for me, and the people were able to just get signed up without me even helping them out. So I would just encourage you, no matter what stage you are in life, enjoy life. First of all, enjoy life. Enjoy those people that are around you. Take the time with your kids. Go to those t-ball games. Go to those little football games, all that kind of stuff. Take them to volleyball. Take them to wherever you need to do, and enjoy that. Don't depend on someone else to just keep taking them everywhere, but take that time with them and enjoy each step of their progression. I would just invite you to take a look at what I have down in the description box below. I'm not one that's into strong arming and high pressure and all kind of stuff. You know, if it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, that's fine. But check it out, what I have below. Anyway, I would invite you, if you have, here's one of my grandkids right now. She's looking in the window. Distracting. She's distracting me. As always, if you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. And also, I'd invite you just to subscribe to my channel. I come up with something new just every few days. I would just encourage you to subscribe to my channel. As always, I just want to say be blessed and keep pressing on.
First met you told me that we're never gonna make it. So I looked right deep into your eyes, said girl just wait. And I told you then I'll tell you now, girl you can't fake this. And you said how did you know? 'Cause I heard birds singing with me above. I saw blue skies ahead and the sun. There were people dancing all around. Nothing's gonna bring me down. It's love, 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 love. Tell me that you love me, girl, and I'll tell you all my secrets. Like the day we met, I fell in love. Never told you that loving you's the simplest thing, and I've never had a regret. And you said how did you know? 'Cause I heard birds singing with me above. I saw blue skies ahead and the sun. There were people dancing all around. Nothing's gonna bring me down. It's love, 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 love. And at the perfect time, she looks me in the eyes and says, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da. and I heard birds singing with me above. I saw blue skies ahead and the sun. There were people dancing all around. Nothing's gonna bring me down. There's love, love, love. Birds singing with me above. I saw blue skies ahead and the sun. There were people dancing all around. Nothing's gonna bring me down. There's love, love, love. Birds singing with me above. I saw blue skies ahead and the sun. There were people dancing all around. Nothing's gonna